Yes, the old view definitely is that the body is a biochemical factory and that cells are biochemical entities. And although this is an interesting approach and has been useful in some cases, it is just a small piece of the puzzle of life. The puzzle of life is really, the story is clearly revealed by looking at energetics. Energetics enables us to understand every process and every therapy. Every medical approach has energetic aspects. Every therapist of any kind whatsoever can benefit, can increase their understanding of what's going on by looking at the energetics. The energetics refers to the way the body deals with the various kinds of energy, which consist of the energies we experience every day: heat, light, sound, pressure, chemical energy, electrical energy, magnetism, electromagnetism, gravity. These are all different forms of energy. For example, you can look at gravity. Gravity is one form of energy that has profound effects on us. It's invisible. We don't usually think about gravity until we fall down. And then we think about what has happened to us when we hit the earth or whatever we bash ourselves into. And we think about our aches and pains. It turns out that gravity brings most of the patients to a doctor. It's because people fall down or they do not use their bodies in the most optimal way in relation to the gravity field. They sit and stand and walk in ways that cause wear and tear on the body. So there's a whole story of gravity about how gravitational effects influence the body, how they can create problems in the musculoskeletal system, and how they can be corrected, both by the way we think about ourselves, the way we use our bodies in the gravity field, and ways of treating by applying pressure to the body, massaging the body, touching the body in different ways that alleviate gravitational stresses in the body. So we can just take that one form of energy, gravity, and we can tell a lot of stories about it, and we can understand ourselves better by thinking about how gravity affects us every moment of our lives. That's just one example. The direction this goes in, where this is taking us, is a clearer understanding of ourselves and how we interact with the energy world. All of our senses are energy senses. We see, that's light. We hear, that's sound. We smell, that's molecular vibration. We touch, that's pressure. That's a form of energy exchange. Electrical fields, we need to understand these things. When we understand them, we have a clearer picture of ourselves, of our lives, of the things that can cause us problems, and what to do about them. Energy medicine really heads us in the direction of better self-care, of having prevention. Prevention is profoundly more important and beneficial than treatment. Yes, you need treatments if you haven't prevented problems. And the treatments can be energetic, but an understanding of energetics can enable people to avoid problems or to treat themselves. We all have an energy system that is incredible. And it's understanding this energy system that we all have and being able to use it to our advantage that is the goal of energy medicine. It's really an educational process that can benefit everyone.
Can you give 3 tips for literature, for books, for the skeptical listener?
People are skeptical about energy medicine to some extent, and skepticism is a very important aspect of science. As a scientist, I'm skeptical about everything. I hear amazing stories, some of which are unbelievable, and I have to check them out to see if they're really true. What a lot of the skepticism is based on is a rumor, which is inaccurate, that there's no scientific basis for energy medicine. And there's a huge amount of science that's been done. For the last 100 years, we've had a virtual sort of blackout on the use of energy in therapeutics. This has been to the advantage of the pharmaceutical industry. People know that they can take a pill. They don't know that going out into the sunshine, which is free, could cause their problem to go away. And so we really need to understand our relationship with the earth and the energies that are in our environment. We need to understand the energies our technology produces, the effects of cell phones, for example. That's an energetic issue that is really a threat to health. And nobody wants to hear that. They like their cell phones. They want to keep using them. They want to ignore the fact that it could be something that leads to long-term health problems. So I wrote a book, The Scientific Basis for Energy Medicine. I actually wrote 2 books on the science behind energy medicine. And I gathered together the scientific information from all different areas of science and biology and medicine. My background is as an academic, cell biology and physiology and biophysics, so I understand the biomedical literature, and there's a lot of information about energy medicine, about energetics in that literature, and I gathered it together in my books, and they have been a huge success around the world because people are curious. They're very interested. I have met medical doctors who give copies of my books to their patients, so their patients will understand themselves better and will understand energetic treatments better. So doctors are reading these books because patients ask them questions. They say, "Doctor, should I get an acupuncture treatment?" And it used to be the doctor would often say, "No, you shouldn't. Acupuncture is dangerous or won't help you." Now, there have been so many successes with acupuncture and with homeopathy and with healing touch and polarity therapy and therapeutic touch, Reiki therapy. Reiki is worldwide. There are millions of people doing Reiki with great success all over the world. It's been so successful that the physician can no longer tell people to stay away from it. There are too many very good stories going around, and they're true stories of people being helped by these approaches. So my books are one place to start. The people who come to Gaiam and present their lectures are all prominent people in the field of energy medicine. I would look for the books written by the presenters at these conferences. These are top-rate people from all over. That's one place to go. I would look up energy medicine on the web. There's a wonderful woman, Donna Eden, who has written a book with the same title as my book. The title of her book is Energy Medicine. And it's about treating people and treating ourselves. It's totally different from mine. Mine is about the science. Hers is about the practical, the hands-on, the day-to-day use of energy in therapeutics. So she has a wonderful book, and there are many other books. Look up energy medicine on the web, and you will find a variety of books, and you need to find the approach, the language that makes sense to you. You need to find the practitioner that makes sense to you. Some forms of energy medicine may seem strange to you, and you will not really feel comfortable with them. It's important to be open-minded, to investigate, to experience different kinds of energy medicine. I have experienced lots of different kinds of energy techniques, and they're all different, and they all do good things, which is really a story of the body's real need to have the right kind of energy put into it. And whether it comes from a massage or from a person who treats your chakras, if you even know what a chakra is, this is a sort of Eastern approach to energetics, thousands of years old. These approaches, acupuncture is thousands of years old. More people have been treated with acupuncture over the last couple of thousand years than by any other method. It stood the test of time. It's a wonderful technique and can help with many different conditions. There are books on all of these techniques. I recommend them. There are fascinating books about every therapy from A to Z, acupuncture to zero balancing. And there are thousands of different energy techniques. I have been asked to write a foreword to a book which is an encyclopedia of energy medicine. This will be a valuable book. This will enable people to look up and find out what these different therapies are and what their basis is, and find out which one appeals to them. We all have our medical issues. Medical doctors have medical problems. Medical doctors often find that their medicine that they have devoted their life to can't help them with their problem. And sometimes, in desperation, they turn to alternative medicine, to energy medicine, and they're amazed with the results. And they are shocked that they were not taught about these techniques when they were in medical school learning how to be doctors. They're totally surprised. And so this is one of the shifts that's happening, is that doctors, physicians, are getting very interested in energy medicine. They are acquiring some of the techniques and some of the technologies and some of the devices. And what is happening is they are able to treat patients successfully that they haven't been able to treat successfully before. Patients like that. And it really bolsters their confidence in their doctor and their appreciation for their doctor.